Hi, Marlina. So I just finished watching your discussion. So I'm just gonna get started on it and just have trouble breathing when we do these videos. I just feel so nervous. And okay, but let's go ahead and start. There's a few points that I had liked that you had mentioned, and I just kind of wanted to elaborate on it and share my experience, just and my take on them. Um, so you had mentioned that the benefits would be, or the important parts of assessing a counseling program are to ensure there's balance, there's a good accessible curriculum, planning, and resources and support. And and in this, you had mentioned that there's um, ways where assessing the program is able to help the counselor review the data and then help the counselor see um, what they are utilizing their time. And I wrote something here and I can't understand the word. Um, helps. Oh, okay. It says distinguish. It helps the counselor distinguish how they're utilizing their time, which is great. And I'm just gonna keep on saying it because this is what my counselor shared with me. And I wonder if there's um if this program, I need to look into it. I wonder if it's a whole Texas thing, or if this program that they use it all over just my region where I work and live, or it's a Texas TEA accredited thing that all counselors have to do, which is SCUDA, and this is where the counselors review. They have to document what they do each day of the week, and it just displays their data and organizes it, and they can see how they are utilizing their time and what they're. I'm sorry, it's my neighbor. That's her car. But what they're utilizing their time with, and counselor related and non-counselor related activities. So I think that's another tie into the program, and just it's a correlation between what a counselor does on her own time and what she needs to do within that program. Oh, it's called SCUDA, by the way, and I think I've said it already in my discussions, but that's one. And so she can kind of just distinguish. And I'm sorry, I'm having a brain. She can kind of distinguish and like compare the data between like her personal one that she does, or the school-wide one that they're doing as a team. Okay, and the next part here is a downfall would be to monitor assessments. A downfall would be to monitor assessments, and students utilizing the activities within the program. Okay, and then right here we can go into it. So just mostly you're just identifying students in your school, whether that's special ed students, bilingual, ESL, what's it called? GT, and so on, all those different types of categories that students fit in. And you're being able to monitor the assessments and see what kind of resources the students are using, and within their genre, within their categories that they are placed in. And you also can see who are you serving. So for example, let's say there's a large population of ESL learners, bilingual LEP students in your campus, and they are students that you serve in your district. And so for example, when they're benchmarks, they are able to, because they are bilingual, they are able to get more tools for their benchmarks compared to their non-bilingual schoolmates. For example, when they're taking a benchmark, the bilingual students are able to use extra resources. For example, having the text read aloud to them could be one. Given extra time could be another. Having visualized, they click the vocabulary word and the pictures come out for them of that vocabulary word. For example, let's say dock. Um, Not like a doctor, but like the dock where the boats go. That could be an example of one. So that's the resources. So when you're able to review your data and assess, and you are seeing what tools the students are utilizing, you're able to see that the bilingual students are using this. They're using the dictionaries that they have in their class, things like that. And then they do have the SLE teacher as well. And you so And for example, let's say they don't have, and I believe also they are able to, well, every student is able to, but I believe that the social worker, I remember she would often visit our class when I was doing bilingual. But being able to find the right resources for the students that you are serving is essential. Let me just take a big breath. So, going into the next part. So, assessing your school counseling program, you're able to identify what's effective and what's not effective. And I think this is very good. And I think it should be used often. Maybe not like overdone, because then you're not given enough time for students to show growth and things like that. But you're able to doing it often, like maybe 3 times a year, beginning, middle, end, and seeing what's effective and what's not effective. And in the beginning and middle points, you can, or even at the end of the year, you can see what worked, what doesn't work, and get rid of what's not working, and don't not waste you all's time and resources, and go from there. And compared to what is being effective, do more of that and try other ways to improve it as well. The questionnaires and the perceptions of students, staff, and parents would be a good part into this program assessment, because you're able to see that it's not all in your head. You're able to get input from the different types of people that are taking part in this program. And the last part is use of credible data. So it's good to just find different ways to have reliable and effective and valid data, so that you can make sure that you are gathering the correct information and ensuring a quality comprehensive counseling program, and going from there with that. But I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and thank you for sharing, and I'll see you next week.